Okay, so about a day or so ago from the recording of this video, a little bit of a drama or a meltdown, or I don't know what you would really call it, happened over on Twitter with the official North American account for Shonen Jump. Now, I don't know if it's that people been antagonizing whoever runs that account. I'm not sure exactly what was the catalyst that led to these tweets, but I was actually shocked, and I'm really curious to see what you guys think about this. Don't get me wrong, I kind of have more or less an opinion on it for the most part. I mean, I'm not extreme one way or another, but I'm really interested to see what you guys think about this, because again, this is the official Twitter of Shonen Jump. It represents them, the brand and whatnot, so I'm curious again how everyone else feels about what went down about a day or so ago. Let's talk about it.
Whether Facebook, Twitter, or the two, make sure to steer clear, cause I'm coming through like...
Okay, so as I said, a little bit of drama, a little war of words, I don't know what you would call it, with the official Shonen Jump North American Twitter account, where basically, whoever runs the account kind of was, I'm imagining, taking certain things that fans say over on Twitter about their manga to the heart, personal. I'm not sure exactly what led this on, because to be honest with you, it's one thing if it's a face of you account, and what I mean by that is one thing if like, okay, this is, you know, let's just say it's my Twitter account. Everyone knows that ForneverWorld is connected to me, so of course you're gonna feel a certain way when people criticize ForneverWorld. I'm gonna feel a certain way because they're criticizing me, not just an entity or a brand. So when I initially had seen this, and don't worry, we'll read it in a second, I was kind of like, well, you know, I get it. I get when you're frustrated, and I get when you're upset about criticism to a certain degree, obviously, whether it's warranted or not. I get being frustrated about it. I understand that aspect. But I'm just kind of like, why would you go on the official Shonen Jump account? Like, it'd be more beneficial, if anything, to go on your account and say like, hey, you know, I'm sick of the trash talking or whatever. So when I seen it, I was kind of like, well, I wonder if the Japanese would actually be okay with that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think in the modern era that we're in, where you got like Wendy's is a troll on Twitter, basically whoever behind the Wendy's account is like one of the greatest social media trolls, and it inspired a lot of social media brands to kind of just act out or whatever. So maybe they're following that footstep, and that's why they allowed it, because to be honest with you, again, I'm surprised it's not even deleted. It's still up as of this, and it's not anything where it's too graphic or anything like that, but it felt a bit out of the norm for Shonen Jump, for better or worse. I guess let's read the two tweets. One of them is kind of long, and then the other one is and we'll talk some more. So on September 12th, Shonen Jump said, I don't know what's worse, angry little fans saying everything is a garbage or trash series, or internet tough guys dropping mid everywhere. Hating popular things does not make you smart. Let's try to keep things on this timeline a bit more positive. Onegai! And then I want to say UB is the signature of the person that wrote the tweet, because a lot of times with company accounts, when you write a personalized tweet, you got to put who it was, an initial of some sort. So I guess going over this, to be honest with you, I agree with a lot of what was said on here. I don't know what's worse, angry little fans saying everything's a garbage or trash series. I really can't stand, like, you know, I see it a lot of my videos, and it is what it is. If you do it, you do it. I mean, I'm not gonna come in and say, hey, you better not give your opinion, but it does feel a little bit like, why is it that people have to constantly be on an extreme of something? Like, for example, in my Black Clover videos, I'll see My Hero Academia fans and vice versa going in and just saying, yo, this is a garbage series, this is a trash series. On the My Hero Academia chapter reviews, I see Black Clover fans on there, you know, on Boruto anime videos especially, which, again, if it's warranted, it's warranted. But a lot of times it'll just be people trolling and stuff like that, which you can't really control trolls, you know what I mean? So I get the frustration in that one, just because it's like, hey, you know, why do you have to always say everything is garbage? But again, you can't control people, and it's the internet. And then the internet tough guys dropping mid everywhere. I ain't gonna lie, that term, I don't know who started saying that shit. To me, it's kind of funny. Like, mid is funny to me. I mean, I guess to a certain degree, like, if it's a really hyped chapter, like, let's just say one of the latest Black Clover chapters, minus the latest one, because it was, but the last couple ones before that, where it was just like bombshell after bombshell, if you see somebody calling it mid, you're like, really, fam? What's mid about this one? But again, I find that term to be just more funny. Like, I'm not really that bothered by mid, but I can see why some people, when it bursts your bubble, you're like, you know, through the roof about a manga or a chapter, and somebody comes in and says, yeah, that's just mid. You're like, what? Hating popular things does not make you smart. Well, honestly, I'll be honest, like, being on here for almost 10 years, I've seen that that's kind of like a norm in a way for hardcore otaku, basically the anime fan that loves, like, you know, the very older anime, and they say like everything new is trash or whatever, and anything that's popular they usually go against the grain and say it's garbage. I've never been a fan of that. I always think that, like, yo, just let people like what they like. Don't get me wrong, it's okay to have your opinion, it's okay to criticize. Nothing is above criticism. I'm not above criticism. No manga or anime is above criticism, minus like Berserk or, you know, things like that, but that's a whole different story now. But yeah, I'll agree to that one, that I'm not a fan of that either. People that they constantly hate on popular things, and they try to use that to make themselves sound like they smart. Like, well, actually, you know, if you look at the character development and the plot devices that was set up, like, fam, just because it's popular. And I seen it with Naruto, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to throw this rant in here. I seen something that it's going on with the new series from the creator of Samurai 8, or the creator of Naruto, that now he's working on his new manga, Samurai 8, same shit, where fans, or not even fans, I don't want to say that, a lot of residual haters of Naruto, people that genuinely just hated Naruto, say it's garbage or the writing was terrible, all of that stuff, have carried over to Samurai 8. And now I'm seeing a lot of hate for Samurai 8 simply because the creator is the creator of Naruto. A lot of these people don't even read Samurai 8, maybe checked out 1 chapter, 2 at most, and dropped it, and are saying that it's garbage when we're about like 18 chapters in. Samurai 8, in my opinion, in such a short amount of time, like where we're at right now, we're about to head into a tournament. So many great things have happened with Samurai 8. But again, I'm seeing people, just because he's the creator of Naruto, he's a popular author, they're coming over and now they're bashing Samurai 8 and saying that Samurai 8 is trash, when, to be honest with you, for the people that they're doing it solely because they dislike Naruto, it's like, fam, you know, you could have stopped your adventure and stopped following this author when Naruto ended, right? You didn't have to go into this one, because a lot of people, they used to have the excuse, I started Naruto when I was, you know, 15, I've seen it through to the end, even though no matter how much I may hate it. Fair enough. You don't have that excuse for Samurai 8. Now at this point, it's just that you're hating something because the author's popular or his previous work was popular, whatever you want to say. And again, I'm not a fan of that. It's like, let people do what they do. Again, maybe I'm being hypocritical. Maybe I've criticized certain aspects of something that's popular. But at the end of the day, where I stand today is that, why? You know what I'm saying? I've never purposely said I solely hate something simply because it's popular. That's something that I definitely, unless, you know, if you find a clip of me saying that. But again, I couldn't see myself really being like, yo, I only hate this simply because it's popular. Nothing more, nothing less. So, and then using that to kind of, oh, I'm smart. I don't know. I agree to a certain degree with a lot of what was said in this rant. Again, I just feel as though it should have been kept off of the official Shonen Jump Twitter. I mean, I'm wondering if he was reprimanded, or he or she were reprimanded for this, because the Japanese don't play. Like, the Japanese aren't going to be like the Wendy's account. You know what I'm saying? They're very strict. They have guidelines. They have rules. So to see something like a rant like this, I'm honestly surprised. And I definitely agree with the last couple lines. Let's try to keep things on this timeline a bit more positive. Yes, love positivity, good vibes, good energy. So honestly, it was a solid rant. I'm not even gonna hate on it. It was a solid rant simply because, don't get me wrong, I think wrong place to have it. Whoever wrote this should have did this on their personal account. But nevertheless, I agree with a lot of what is being said, because there's just so much negativity for a medium that honestly gives so much to us, so much happiness, so much hours that we reading and watching manga and anime and stuff like that. And I always feel like, wow, where is the lesson going over everyone's heads, where we're, you know, a lot of the times going back and forth arguing about this series, that series, this manga's trash, that manga's trash, that series is garbage, that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel as though we missed the lesson a lot of times with a lot of, because, you know, Shonen Jump, their whole motto is effort, friendship, victory. Like, those things are some of the things that Shonen Jump stands for, and we a lot of times miss out on those lessons, and instead we go overboard and start attacking each other. So definitely I see where this person was coming from. Again, maybe it's just me, but it feels as though wrong place to have put it. And then the second tweet was basically just an apology. Maybe that earlier tweet was a bit extreme. I guess I just read trash series one too many times and flipped my lid. It just feels so disrespectful to mangaka who practically killed themselves to make this great stuff we love. Sorry if you were offended, again, by UB. Yeah, I'll agree with that one as well, that it does bother me a lot of times when I hear these stories of these mangaka that are fainting, passing out, breaking their wrist, all sorts of stuff. You know, Yoshiro Tagashi practically, I would argue, in my opinion, has mental trauma from drawing, and, you know, he was drawing in the hospital when he was working on Yu Yu Hakusho after fainting and all of this other stuff. These people go through hell. Masashi Kishimoto's schedule from when he was doing Naruto came out. The man was working about basically 20 to 21 hours a day, every day. His whole life was scheduled out. Eiichiro Oda, same thing, and he's still doing it to this day. So when people come on and they say, oh, this chapter was trash, and I look at it and I see like, yo, there's a lot of hard work put into it. It is bothersome. So again, overall, I don't want to keep repeating myself. I get the rants. Again, I'm just wondering how Shonen Jump feels about it, because, you know, an official account to throw your own very aggressive rant on there, they may not like that, because a lot of people might just take it like, how dare you say anything about us fans, you know what I mean? Kind of curious what you guys think about this though. Again, like I said in the beginning of this video, how do you feel about the rant, the Twitter rant that the Shonen Jump account had? Do you feel as though it has merit? Do you feel as though it's a proper place in terms of like, maybe social media accounts need to have personality in 2019? Again, it works for Wendy's, it works for a lot of these other places. Maybe that's a good promotional tool. Maybe they need to start doing things like this more often, especially in an era where we're constantly seeing so much negativity. It was nice to see somebody kind of point out the negativity and then at the end of the rant say like, yo, let's be more positive. So salute to Shonen Jump in that aspect. But again, I don't know, I'm a little mixed, just because again, I can see where people will be offended by that, but I see where they're coming from. I see it all the time, the mid, the garbage, and it does get tiresome. That's all I have for this one though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit the bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in.
Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I hope you know that